It's interesting that you brought up Go Gratitude with Stacy Robin, the founder of it, because 38,000 followers, and I just love that the gratitude expressions are coming out more in the world, and she is a leader in that. I received an email from her yesterday or 2 days ago about the storm Haiyan going over the Philippines, and if we could be in gratitude and ask the storm what it wants and try to be there for the people of the Philippines. And I did take a moment to be in that energy, and I noticed the next day it seemed like the storm wasn't going to be so bad that it went through quickly, so that saved lives. But then the next day I saw that it has been pretty devastating with 10,000 lives lost. And the whole thing brings me to the question on the feeling-based prayer. Can gratitude help us in these kinds of situations? Can we help our neighbors by just being in that state of gratitude with intention?
Well, absolutely. Everything is energy, and the energy of gratitude is one of openness and acceptance. So that vibration goes out into the world. So let's say the energy of gratitude is purple. We'll just use that as an example. So when a person is sitting and they are in the place of gratitude and they are sending out all this purple energy into the world, well, that connects with all the other purple energy in the world, and it becomes a field that makes change happen. Now, there have been instances in the past where they had what was called world peace meditations and things of that nature, where suddenly great walls would come down and documents were signed and renegotiations happened among the countries upon the planet as a result of numerous people joining in that energy. So the energy of gratitude, the gratitude is not for the devastation of what has happened. The energy of gratitude in that particular instance is the gratitude to know that you're a co-creator with life. You see, it could have been much worse. We know of instances here in the very island of Maui where tsunamis were coming, and yet Maui has a very large population of individuals who are quite conscious in their development and are able to work with energies and forces, and have actually swerved and changed some of the courses of some of these great storms and quelled some of the waves that were intended to come. So yes, everything is a frequency. So if you put out the frequency, think about the frequency of gratitude as being kind of like this. Like, think of the aloha, you know, the hula dancing, it's very like that. And then think of the frequency of fear. It's more the energy of that heavy metal, very intensive, very sharp and very unpredictable and very intensive, yes? So think about the difference in these energies going out in the world and how that does indeed make a difference. And of course, on one level, humanity is all one being itself in many different forms and ways. And so, of course, it's going to make a difference when you are hearing of a devastating situation. And rather than going into the fear, and the other thing that people do is they go into judgment. This is a very bad thing, that war is happening over there, and they get very angry about it. And then they start putting out anger into the world, which doesn't really contribute. If anything, that's feeding, it's putting that red energy out, which is feeding the anger. So there is a way that they need to take that energy into their body and transmute it, so that it can go out into a positive way of putting peace, praying for peace over there, visualizing people holding hands, visualizing mothers welcoming their sons home into their arms, feeling a sense of harmony, you see.